No longer on the front lines, Anton recounts how he ended up a prisoner of war. Back in Russia, he was behind bars for the third time for drugs. When they put me in prison, I heard they were recruiting. Serve 6 months and they pardon you, he tells me. So he signed up with Storm Z, a unit made up of convicts attached to the Russian Defense Ministry. After only 2 weeks of basic training, he was shipped off to the front lines near Bakhmut. After days of intense shelling, with no food and only rainwater to drink, he heard Ukrainian troops outside his foxhole. He assumed they would execute him. I thought that was the end, he recalls. I switched my rifle to single-shot mode and thought, I'll shoot myself. But I couldn't. This video, shot by soldiers of Ukraine's 3rd Assault Brigade, shows the tense moments when Anton and his comrade, Slava, surrendered. The Ukrainian troops told them, unlike Russians, we don't kill prisoners. We spoke to Anton, Slava, and another soldier in a makeshift jail in eastern Ukraine, concealing their faces and not using their real names. The 3rd Assault Brigade granted us access to the POWs, and 2 of their soldiers were in the room for the interviews. The POWs will soon be transferred to Ukrainian intelligence. They didn't appear to be under duress and agreed to share their stories. Slava, also serving time for drugs, said conditions in the trenches were grim. Food was scarce. We didn't have medical kits, he says. His commanders took all the painkillers to get high, he recalled, and as a result issued nonsensical orders. Morale was terrible. Sergei was wounded by a grenade before surrendering to Ukrainian troops. He was a contract soldier, not a convict. He completed his 6-month contract in Kherson and went home. But when he hesitated to sign another contract, a military prosecutor gave him a choice: prison or back to the front. He ended up outside Bakhmut. Under constant Ukrainian fire, discipline collapsed. The officers fled. All illusions were shattered. It was very different from what I saw on TV, a parallel reality, says Sergei. I felt fear, pain, and disappointment in my commanders. A law passed last year in Russia imposed sentences of 3 to 10 years for soldiers who surrender voluntarily. If he returns home in a prisoner exchange, Anton may end up, again, back in a Russian prison.